Hi everyone, welcome to Southeastern Mama. My name is Grace, and I would like to welcome you as well to our new series named Notion for All Moms, where I will walk you through on how to create our Notion account from scratch and really get the benefit of this amazing application to organize everything within that. Household, our home, and our children's, and our own personal goals in life. So previously, I have made a walkthrough, step-by-step tutorial about the home page. I mean, the household homemaking page, where we talk about planning our meals, our cleaning schedules, and all that. And today I'm going to walk you through on making the account for our children. And as for me, I have my daughter Frida. And here, I'm just going to show you quickly. If you haven't seen my full Notion tour, go ahead and watch that because our structure will be based on that. So today, we are going to make this page dedicated for our children. And Frida is my 1 year old daughter. And I'd like to be systematic about everything that goes about her day to day, my projects for her. And as you can see here, I have even her sleep, her milestones. So we will make this exact the same structure. It, of course, depends on how comfortable you are with this. This is just uh, an idea on how you can create a template dedicated for your children. But this is what works for me. And so I am just very glad that there are some people that messaging me, other moms as well, that asking me how can they make this because it became overwhelming for them. So let's do it simple. And my goal is for you to get started and not overwhelm yourself so that you can get the benefit out of this amazing application and start using this, like what I've said. So let's just go ahead. I have made um a separate Notion account just so I can see you how I have made it. So if you've seen my previous tutorial, Notion for tutorial, the homemaking page, um, I have made this since a year ago, so I'm so sorry if I'm all over the place. I will try my best to remember and be concise as I am than the previous. So let's just go ahead and make it. So let's click the new page plus icon over here on the down to the left side. So again, before I show this up, it's always best to read the getting started page because this will give you a good foundation on how to use this Notion application. And by the way, this app has an access to the mobile. It's not only for the desktop. So it's just amazing. If you have a social media, Instagram or Facebook, why not have this amazing organization tool as well? Because it's gonna help you a ton in every responsibilities that you have. So it's just my point that if you have social media, might as well have organization tool application that will give the most benefit for you. So yeah, so going back, click the new page, and just because this application is also shareable with um, other Notion user. You might want to share it to your husband, which is amazing. You can convince your husband to make Notion account so that everything is um, like it can be a communication, a way of communication to our husbands or partners as well, and that he can view it, he can edit it as well. So it's just very amazing. So now I am gonna name it to my daughter. So if you have two children or more, I eventually, when I have my second baby, I will create another page for him or her. so that I have so that I can deal with separate individual. So my daughter's name is Frida Emilia. And as always, I like to add emojis here because it adds life to our organizational tool. I like this girl over here. And then you have the option to put cover photo, just like what I did over here. It's me and my daughter. It's just so cute to see that. So this actually serves like a digital journal for your daughter. It is at least for me, but of course a paper book is so much better just because you have it on your hands. But this serves the same function as well. So let's just go back. So obviously I've made it very simple. So what I suggest is just use, let me see here, different databases, table, board, list, calendar, and gallery. I don't think I've used any of this, but I think I just simply, let's see, let's open it as a page. And I think I just simply press forward slash and page. And then you will see that you will come up with another page inside our child's account. So as you can see there. So for me, I would like to make let's see over here what I have. Let's make it simple for daily schedule. Here I am I love having a routine with my daughter. It's very it helps her to understand what will happen next. The rhythm it gives her feels safe and secure for her. So I am really a big fan of setting up a routine for her. So I have made this morning, afternoon, and evening routines. This is very simple. Let me show you how I've made it. So see it again, daily schedule. So of course, by their age, this will change. When my baby was a newborn, of course, the daily schedule is completely different from when she was a 1 year old right now. So it's nice to go back and review what is your daughter or son's routine, and just update that. And then I will just start by typing in morning and then the time. Usually my daughter wakes up at 7 in the morning to 7:40 or 7:30. Yeah, wakes. And then when she wakes up, we go straight to her bathroom, to our bathroom for her to have her potty, brush her teeth, wash her face. I am really so detailed about her routine. Um, it's just avoid. It's just help us avoid any tantrums in the morning. So this is in sequence, like changing of clothes. And To tell you honestly, this morning routine, it takes a long time, and this is our time to connect, to bond. I use this morning routine to be really connected to her and really going down on her level and talking to her in the morning. How is her rest, even though she cannot really answer me. So I think we spend quite a lot of time in the bathroom for her morning routine. So I think it can be 40 minutes to an hour actually. So let's just say I always give uh an allowance, and at 8:30 in the morning then we will have breakfast. So you see where I'm going from here. And I just like this morning highlighted into a bigger heading. Let me choose heading 1. Yeah, and you can always change the color to add life to it. Yeah. So for me, it's really not boring. It adds life to it. The colors, the emojis. So this is very, very simple when it comes to daily schedule. So let's go back. And then I also track her sleep if you want to do that. So that I think tracking your sleep for me, at least for me, helps me to expect her or guide her that she needs more sleep, or when she gets tired, then I will understand because she have less sleep that day. So this is her sleep schedule right now, sleeping hours, and this is up to date. She is 22 months old. So from there, she's been napping once, and bedtime is 7 in the evening. So let me just show you this template over here. Again, /page. Let's title this sleeping schedule. Or did I? Let me just check. I didn't. Oh, just sleep. Okay. Add an icon there. And I'm not sure how did I come up with this template, but I'm sure that I always look into the templates over here. Again, I said this earlier, don't edit it yet until you found your correct template, but I always do this and then it will be deleted. But to save time, choose your template first and then edit it. So let's see, where is that template that I've used. It looks like this, but not exactly. Let me just check again. Again, it looks like this, but I think I don't have to rely on that, but just use the database. I think I've used table. Let's give it a try. Yes, it's table. Um, okay, so then the first column, I just named it the age, her age, and sleeps at what time, awakes at what time, and the total of sleep. So you already know where we're going to. So let's type in age, change this into wakes at um, sleeps at, and then total hours of sleep. This is actually best during newborn stage, in my opinion, to really look into the or the first year of life. But when they get into toddler stage, it gets like the same. Um, as you can see here, it looks like files, but we can change that into just text. There you go. So, for example, newborn stage, which is around 0 to 3 months old. And then the waking time, sleep sat in total hours. It will just look like this. I started using this since she was 10 months old. But I just like it because there are a lot of sleep experts there that they give advices based on the age of the child and how much sleep that they need, how long that they can manage to stay awake, because it's not really good for their brain to be awake for longer hours, not for more than 3 hours as a newborn. So that knowledge in this tracking her sleep helped me to guide her, to help her about having a good sleeping routine. So, what else that I want to show you? Milestones, for examples. For example, I like to keep track of her motor skills, sensory development, social emotional skills, and language and mental development. But to be honest with you, I'm not really that strict about pointing out everything or journaling everything. I know some people do that, so this is just an idea for all of you. And I will show you how can I come up with that. And this is very simple. Let's just go back again, slash, slash forward page. Um, I believe it's gallery. Yes, it's gallery. And then we can just name it milestones. Emojis. We don't want to miss that. Just want to use fireworks. And then you want to name them. It depends, like motor skills, for example. And you can choose, maybe you want to use the tables again, table template, and you can put the age and the milestones, exactly what kind of milestones she reached with that motor skills, and that includes like crawling, walking, and turning her head, turning, how can you say that, like turning his or her head to the stomach position, like stuff like that, right? I remember those are very amazing to witness how they are doing their milestones. So language, the first words that they tell, those are just amazing um, uh, milestones that we want to um, keep track of. And when we look back, it's just amazing to remember. So it depends on you how what kind of milestones you want to track. But that's how I did it with my daughter. And then let's go back. Projects. I love this. I love this a lot because I do Montessori at home, and I'd like to really um, present her activities and toys that really align to her development, that really align to her interest, and that it's age appropriate. So I have this project page where I like DIY toys for her. So if you know Montessori and you are aware of that, I mean, have an idea. It's mainly because of of that. So projects. Let's go ahead and make that. So environment as well is the very big. Oh no, page. The environment plays a huge role how I help my child to adjust into this world. So yeah, projects. I don't remember the icon that I used there. So let's just use something interesting here. Maybe just this art painting. So what I've used here, let me just go back. Yeah, so you see here I have like to do um, part, doing, and done columns. And I believe that I have seen that in one of their templates. So making here task list, perfect. This is exactly what I have used. And when you're setting up your Notion account, it will take a lot of time because you have to explore everything. So just be patient because once you already found what works for you, what template will work for you, then it's over. It's done. You just have to like um, adjust it the way it will benefit you more. So don't get overwhelmed because of that, because it's just in the beginning. So use this template again. Everything that I have edited will be deleted. So let's just do it again. Project, change emoji, and here you can see that the column to do, doing, and done. So there's an example here. Let me just show you. It will pop up as a new page. And that is amazing because you can put more details of that project that you want to do. So for example, this prepared environment, like I've mentioned, this is one of my project when my baby came into this world. I want her environment to be right for her size, right for her needs, and right for the way she sees the room and our place. I mean, our home. So I will show it to you. And I call it the prepared environment, very, very Montessori. And here I'm so happy that I'm done with it. She's already 22 years old and I've managed to complete everything for her. So as you can see, I have a winning table and chair for her, easily accessible. Her kitchen, self-care station, bedroom, so on and so forth. So I used this box sticking, uh, so just um, so just I can tell if I'm done with it or not. So it's just amazing to have that whole page. And then of course earlier it was in the to do, the planning stage. And while I'm on the process, you can move it into doing. And then when you're done, done. So it's just very, very I love this. I don't know um um how much how I adore this application. So um let's just make another project. For example, DIY. Let's just DIY a toy, for example. So you put all the details here. Maybe you have a link that shows how to DIY that. You can always use the web clipper and paste it over here. and you have all the information collated in that project, in that DIY. Again, you can move it, and when you're done, done. So that is for the project page. And then going back, let's go back to the materials or toys. This is also one of my favorite pages under my child's account. And I love open-ended toys. And here, as you can see, I section it in by column as well. If the planning stage here, and if it's not started yet, in progress, and completed. As you can see, the toys are collated or categorized. For example, books. You can never be done with books, so it will always be in progress column. And you can actually type it in what types of books you want to buy, you want to get. In my case, I use a book depository. I actually have an affiliate link with book depository. And if you thought of buying baby books aligned, Montessori aligned, I have links on my description box. I would really appreciate it if you check that out, and that will help me earn a little bit of commission without any additional cost to you. So in book depository, you can have your wish list over there, and for me, I use that. So I don't have the details here. So whatever works for you, do that. And music instruments as well. Xylophone is the only one that I'm missing, at least for this baby stage. But I'm not talking about like big piano or something. It's just a small music instruments that they can play at this age. Characters. These are the animals. What else? Like dolls, little dolls, or just like characters that they can play and imagine, um, uh, like acting or imagining that it's a person or something alive. Yeah, characters. So scarves, silks, and fabrics, everything. So let me help you to set up a template like this. And I believe I have made this under their templates as well. So let's go and find that. Again, page, go to template. Here, content calendar. This is exactly what I have used. Um, but as you can see here, I have not started, in progress, completed. But you can always change the label. So let's use that. Let's just use the balloons. But here, categories, maybe you can just name these categories. In progress, and then uh not started, or you can just name this not started. You don't have to put categories. In progress, and then the last part is completed. Or I want to use this just because of the emoji. And we can just remove this or delete. So there you go. Let's just name characters, for example. And this, of course, can turn into a page again. You can put links of the online shops, where are you going to get it, all the details over here on the page. And let's see, vehicles, for example. I have a daughter, and still I'm still buying vehicles for her, like trains, car, or ambulance. For me, it's not a very boyish toy. I still present her vehicles. So yeah, you can put whatever materials or category of toys you want for your daughter, or you can even have your Christmas wish list, for example, here. So it really depends on how you want, how you categorize your toys, your children's toys. And then move it in progress and complete it once you're done. So, this is amazing because it's very, very common that we pile a lot of toys that we didn't even need, or even your children, they don't need a lot. So, having this tracking it and planning it even before their birthday, the Christmas, you know that this is the only things that would benefit your child and will not clutter your space, your home. That's very important for me, and this one helps me how to get track of it. So highly recommend it. So let me see if there is another page that can benefit you. Barnehage is a Norwegian word for kindergarten. And honestly, I haven't used this except here, okay, that I am tracking her clothes for her kindergarten and projects from her kindergarten. It's amazing because this book in Omai, it means that it's a book all about her family, all about her routines at home. So I've made that project for her for kindergarten, so she can see her family and the routines there in the kindergarten before she goes to nap. It's just amazing to have that. So and also clothes in her kindergarten, because it's crazy how much things they need, which is actually amazing because they play all every day, all not all day, but every day, and they need an appropriate clothes for that. Whether it's winter and having negative 15 degrees outside, they play outside, so they need a very good quality clothes. And so I've listed it over here. Just mentioning that because I think it's just nice to share that with you. And then clothing again. We practice minimalism at home, and I'd like to really be aware of the clothes that coming in. And honestly, I have a pile of clothes just because it's passed on to another family. So I am grateful about that. It's for free, and clothes can be expensive, and that is the reason I have a lot of pile. But actually, I just pick 14 pairs of top and pants. Regntoy boots is rain boots in English, and winter dress, suit and boots, and her autumn and spring suit. So this is just the most important thing for me. So I'd like to keep track on that as well. And I think with all of this, it's quite easy to make this. Again, let's try to make this under clothing, because I'm sure a lot of you would like to practice that as well. So let's make another page. And I do believe that it is a table. Yes. And we will name it clothing. And I can. There. So I forgot what column. I didn't really put age and size. Yeah, so you can put whatever column you want, age and size, and so on and so forth. So there we go. We have just made our child's account on Notion. And for me, whenever this page, sorry, I'm a little bit lost now. But what I'm trying to say is this child's page we have can be different from one another, and especially with the age, and it can grow. I know that I will add some of the pages because as she grows along, she needs to understand things about money. So I will add some projects about her money, knowing about money, and also I plan to teach her um, learning my mother tongue, which is Filipino. This is also be included in this project over here in this page. So just to tell you that this is just one size fits all. It's very flexible, and it's the reason why this is amazing because you can edit the way you want it to be and add. So I will just make it cuter. And you can always make this big, just like what I did. I'm going to show you. Let's see here. I like it to turn into heading. Oh, what happened? Let us just go back. Okay. So I will just want to highlight it with the background into color orange, for example. There. As you can see, it's adding life uh, to each pages we have here. I'm always clicking left side, but it's actually right. There, you can also choose this way or the background, either the color or the background. There. So you can just play along how stylish you want it to be, how cute you want it to be. But my page, in the end, looked like this. Very simple and very beautiful, very helpful, and keeps me on track, keeps me aware of the things that I bring. Also, help me to be intentional. I think that's the important word, to be intentional on how we help our or guide our children. And ultimately, that's the reason why I'm making all of this is because these things help me to be more intentional with my daughter and in my life generally. So I really, really recommend it. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know down below if you have any questions. And I would really appreciate it if you do check out some of my videos because I talk about all about intentional living and intentional parenting. And right now you will see my previous video, my previous tutorial on Notion, and you will see the whole playlist on Notion for all moms. You will see on the left side of this video, and here, over here, my picture will show up. Please click on that and hit subscribe, and I will see you on the next tutorial. Bye.